in this dark room.
Dark room, very good. Continue.
It's cold.
Yes, the more you talk, the more you'll be able to illuminate this dark room. What's there? Describe it for me.
Laying down.
You're laying down, yes. Take a moment and feel what it is that you're laying down on.
It's just something cold.
Something cold, yes. What do you imagine this thing that you're laying on, what is it made out of?
Feels like a tray.
A tray, yes. Yes.
Like steel or steel or something metallic.
Yes. Yes. What else do you notice around you? Besides the steel tray that you're lying on, look around you.
I feel the presence of others.
If you knew, how many do you feel around you? Use your mind to count.
Four.
Yes. And as you begin to focus on where you are, it begins to illuminate and get brighter in your mind's eye. What is this place? Where are you?
I'm not in my room.
Is that the last place where you were?
Yes.
Where are you now?
There's beings around me.
Yes.
Seems kind of like a dome.
A dome above you?
Yes.
And take a moment and notice what this dome is made from. What material would you say that is?
I can't tell.
Well, you would know the difference if it's something like a rock or something steel.
Like a cave or...
A cave. Do you feel like you're in a cave?
It's either a ship or a cave. It just seems a dome.
Okay, very good. And notice this body that is there lying on the steel tray. How old is this body? See the number in your mind now.
8.
8, very good. And this body that is lying there, do you know what the name is of that body?
I just know it's me.
All right, very good. Tell me more. What else is around you and what's happening?
I know that they want to put something in my eyes.
Have they told you this?
No, but I see it.
What is it that you see? What is this thing?
It's like a really thin needle or just too close to my eyes.
Yes. And you can connect with these beings telepathically. You have that ability. Ask them, what is it that they're doing? What do they?
They just want to check me.
They want to check you, okay. And how do you feel about this?
I'm afraid it's going to hurt.
Yes. So what happens next?
They tell me it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, continue. What happens next?
They pierce through my eyes.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel when they pierce through your eyes?
A light.
Mm-hmm. Is it painful?
No.
Mm-hmm. What happens when they pierce through your eyes? Are you able to see anything?
I see my brain. I see my skull.
Mm-hmm.
Like a light, like it's lit up.
Yes. And what happens when your skull is lit up?
They see all the veins.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And as you're watching this, where is your soul?
I'm watching from above.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So you're able to see everything they're doing. What are they doing to this body? Yes, continue.
They're putting something on my stomach.
Mm-hmm. So take a moment now and ask them, what is it that they're putting in your stomach? Yes? What is that?
It's my uterus.
Mm-hmm.
They want access to my uterus.
Yes, and how are they gaining access to your uterus? What are they using?
It's a metal instrument, but I don't know if it has a light or a needle.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And what is the purpose of them gaining access to your uterus? What do they want from it?
They want my eggs.
Mm-hmm. Have you given them consent to give them your eggs?
I don't remember, but I feel like I agreed to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember.
Yes. So why would you assume that you agreed to giving them your eggs?
I feel surrendered, or like I know that's what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And what are they going to do with your eggs? Ask them.
Harvest them.
Harvest them. Mm-hmm. And do you agree to them harvesting your eggs?
Is to help the future.
Mm-hmm. How will your eggs help the future?
To build a race.
Mm-hmm. What kind of race are they building?
To integrate with their own.
Mm-hmm. Yes. How do you feel about this?
I feel young.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Continue. What happens next? After they access your uterus, what do they do? Yes, what happens next?
They tell me I will be back.
They'll be back?
That I will be back.
You will be back to see them? To that place?
Yes.
What do you feel when they tell you that you'll be back?
I'm conflicted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go back.
Yes. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and when I get to number 3, you will go back to the origin before you were on the ship. But this time, you're going to experience everything from the beginning to see how it is that you got on there. But this time, you'll experience it completely and fully. 1, 2, and 3. How does this all begin? Where are you?
I'm sitting with others.
Where are you?
In a big room.
Yes. Where is this big room?
Feels like a ship.
And who are these others that are sitting with you?
The word comrade comes.
Comrade, yes. Are you in the same body or a different body?
I'm one of them.
Yes. Yes, continue. What's happening in this big room with all your comrades?
They're concerned about our race.
Yes. Is everyone concerned or just certain ones?
The group that is there.
Yes. And what is the specialty of this group? Why are they there concerned? Yes.
They want a new race.
A new race. What's wrong with the race that is on Earth?
They want hope for their own race.
Oh, for their own race. So this has nothing to do with Earth. It has something to do with their race?
Yes.
Yes, very good. And notice what you look like on this ship. Describe yourself to me.
The head is bigger.
The head is bigger, yes. What shape is the head?
It's bald.
Bald, yes. And what color is your skin?
It's blue.
Yes. Notice your facial features. What do they look like?
They're thin.
Yes. Tell me more.
Small nose.
Small nose. Yes.
Small mouth.
Small mouth.
The eyes are not proportionate. They're bigger.
The eyes are bigger. What shape are these eyes?
They're just big.
They're just big. Are they almond shape or are they round?
Almond.
Mm-hmm. What color are these eyes?
They look dark.
Dark. Very good. So notice your arms, your legs, your fingers, toes. What do you look like?
Long arms.
Long arms, yes. Are they also blue? Or are you wearing anything to cover your arms?
Wearing a garment.
You're wearing a garment. Is this a tight fitting or a loose garment? What does it look like?
It's loose fitting.
Loose fitting, yes. And what is the color of this garment? Does it have one?
Looks silvery.
Yes. And notice on this garment, is there any type of metal or logo or any technology on this garment?
Looks like a pyramid or a triangle.
Yes. And since this is your garment and pyramid, you'll know the use of it. Why do you wear this?
Status.
Status. What is your status? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Commander.
Commander. Very good. So are you in charge of the ship or the people? What do you do as commander?
Listening to them.
Mm-hmm. What do they say?
Advising.
Mm-hmm. You listen to them and advise them?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Continue. And what is the reason why you are sitting with them in this big room? What is the occasion?
They're concerned about Earth.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What is the concern?
They have to have a plan.
Mm-hmm. What is happening to Earth that they need to make a plan?
There's different probabilities.
Mm-hmm. What is the probability that you're focused on that concerns you so much? See it in your mind's eye. What do you see happening to Earth as a probability?
One probability is that
Yes?
the worst probability is that it'll be obliterated.
Obliterated.
Loss of life.
Mm-hmm.
And receding.
Yes. What do you imagine would cause the planet to be obliterated?
We see a big light.
A big light. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, continue.
Radiation.
Radiation. Yes. And notice where the big light would be coming from.
In the sky.
Mm-hmm. Would someone be directing that big light towards this planet?
I can't tell, I just see it coming.
Very good. What is the other probability that you see?
A new Earth.
Mm-hmm. Yes, tell me about this new Earth.
They're two extremes.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want the old Earth to die.
Mm-hmm. So what is this new Earth all about? Is it a duplicate of the new Earth, of the Earth?
A brighter.
A brighter one, yes. So would this new Earth have the same things as the old Earth?
Yes, but more natural.
Mm-hmm. So would this be a good probability?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Are there any other probabilities?
There's many.
Mm-hmm. So which ones is your group focused on? Which one are you working on?
Reseeding the planet.
Mm-hmm. Reseeding the planet. Very good. So how is it that you reseed a planet? Are we talking about reseeding it onto the new Earth? Or the old Earth? Or a different place?
I don't want it to be the old.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do about this to reseed the planet? What do you and your group do to reseed a planet?
They're already here.
Mm-hmm. Who's already here? Are we talking about the ones that have been seeded?
Yes.
Okay. So how would we know those that have been seeded on the planet? How would we recognize them?
Their eyes.
Their eyes. Tell me about their eyes. What is it about their eyes?
You recognize their souls.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So when we first started this dialogue, this 8-year-old child was on a ship having her eggs harvested. how are you involved in all of this? This part of you that is in this group, this commander, how are you as part of this child?
It's me.
Mm-hmm. So what decision have you made in order to have this experience as a child on that ship? What have you agreed to?
To have a human experience.
The human experience. If you're on that ship discussing about reseeding the planet, why would you choose the human experience?
To understand.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
The emotions.
The emotions, yes. What else?
To learn about compassion.
Mm-hmm. So let me understand this a little bit better. While you are on the ship as a commander, as this being, this blue being, why would you need to experience this human experience, the emotions and compassion? Do you have emotions and compassion when you're on this ship?
Very logical.
Very logical, yes. So why is it important for you in particular to have this human experience of emotions and compassion? What do you get from this?
There's hope.
Mm-hmm.
Survival.
Yes, hope and survival. Is this something that you needed to feel?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So while you're on the ship as a commander, seeing the different probabilities of this planet Earth, are you telling me that you don't have a concept of hope and survival on this ship?
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm. So why would you need to experience it from the human perspective?
So that it continues.
So that it continues. Very good. So what agreement have you made in order to be born on Earth? What have you done to make this so?
I agree to feel as one. Connect. A different perspective.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like to understand a little bit more about your process of how it is that you chose this body that is now the body of Suzanne. How did you choose the conditions, the parents, the place in which you would be born to have this human experience? What was that process?
She brought hope and compassion to the parents.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of contrast.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
To help raise their vibration.
Mm-hmm. Now, while she is with her parents What happens to the commander? Is a part of you still on that ship?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So how is it that you sent a part of you to Earth? How does that work?
It's a fractal part of me.
A fractal part. And why did you choose to be born female?
To give birth.
Mm-hmm. To give birth?
Yes.
And those that will be giving birth in this body, are they also part of this team?
Yes.
Very good. Did they agree to be part of this experience too?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to notice those that have been in the life, the human life, known as Suzanne. What was necessary for her to experience?
Experience loss.
Mm-hmm.
Experience birth.
Yes.
Experience abandonment.
Mm-hmm.
Experience strength.
Mm-hmm.
Forgiveness.
Yes. And as the commander of this ship, have you ever felt this?
Not all of them.
Not all of them. Do you have other fractals of yourself in other places?
Yes.
Very good. So where is this being, the commander, from? Where do you come from originally? Are you from the solar system? Are you from somewhere else? Where are you from? What comes to your mind?
I can't pronounce it.
From where?
I can't pronounce it.
Can't pronounce it. Very good. Is it from the solar system or far away?
Far away.
Far away. So if you came from so far away, what is so important about Earth? Why would you, like others, come from so far away to help Earth?
She affects us all.
Mm-hmm. In what way? Tell me about that.
Everything ripples out.
I would imagine the planets within the solar system would be affected. What is it about Earth that makes other planets and other places be affected? What does she put out?
A cry for help.
A cry for help. Very good. How long has this cry been going on?
Half a century.
Mm-hmm. And what was the reason that she first cried out?
Just being mistreated.
Mistreated, yes. Was something done to Earth to trigger this cry for help?
The first atomic.
Mm-hmm. The atomic bomb. Yes.
She was very wounded.
Mm-hmm. So what kind of cry was put out?
She needed to raise her vibration.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She needed energy.
Mm-hmm.
She needed outside help.
Yes.
And we're all one.
Yes. And I've heard that there are bombs being exploded all the time on Earth. How is that affecting Earth and beyond?
Continues to hurt her.
Mm-hmm.
Others are trying to help.
Yes, the others are trying to help.
To counter.
So explain to me a little bit about who has come to help Earth. Besides your own ship, are there others around you?
Many others.
Mm-hmm. Are they from the same place as you or from other places?
Other places.
Yes. Very good. So when you incarnate as a fractal onto the Earth, what do you do as far as making sure that your fractal is safe?
I'm watched over.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And protected.
Yes. And does she know that she is being watched and protected?
Yes, she knows.
Mm-hmm. How does she feel you when you are watching and protecting her?
She has awareness.
Awareness, yes. Tell me in which ways she is aware of your presence.
We send her thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Now some of these thoughts also come through as fears. And I would imagine a little girl being taken on a ship would be very fearful. What do you tell her when she comes back to your ship?
We comfort her.
Mm-hmm.
That she's going to be okay.
Very good. Now, do you have anything to do with her astral traveling?
She comes to visit.
Mm-hmm. How does she know to visit you?
She knows.
She knows. Very good. Are you aware of whenever she travels in her astral body?
Yes.
Yes. So it seems to me that recently she was in a place that seemed very dense. What was this place?
Her dream state.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth dimension.
The fourth dimension. What happens when she goes to the fourth dimension? What's there?
She clears.
What does she do? She clears?
Yes.
How does she clear?
She makes way.
Mm-hmm.
She sends light.
Is this one of her specialties as a human?
Yes, she's afraid.
She's afraid. So I know that she has had experience with souls coming to her. She needs to clear them. Why does she have these souls coming to her?
They're attracted to her light.
But it seems that when you are attracted to someone's light, it's almost like at night when you turn the porch light on and all of these bugs come flying around. What can she do to keep from all of these souls to being attracted to her light? What can she do to clear them?
She needs to not be afraid.
Not be afraid.
But they will be attracted to her.
Yes. So when they come to her, what can she do quickly to clear them? To send them home instead of hanging around with her on the porch?
Radiate her green light.
What is it about that green light?
Sparks a light in their heart. So they can see a light
Very good.
within them.
So if you would assist me, I'd like for you to do a scan on this body now. And as you scan her body, scan all of the bodies. The astral, etheric, the mental, all of the bodies. And notice if there are any that are attracted to her now. Yes. What do you sense or feel?
Feel energy.
Whose energy are you feeling? Does it belong to you or someone else? Yes?
Just feels heavy on my back.
Heavy on your back. Very good. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you will give that heavy energy on your back, your voice. And I will go ahead and have a discussion with this energy. I don't want you to filter it. Just allow the voice to come through and speak it. 1, 2, and 3. You there on the back, are you male or female?
I'm male.
Male. And what is your name, please?
David.
David. How old are you?
13.
Yes. And what year is this for you, David?
1984.
Very good. David, what happened to your body? How is it that it died? Do you remember, David?
No, I'm sick.
You're sick? Notice what you are sick with.
My chest.
Your chest. What's happening with your chest?
Pneumonia.
Pneumonia? So David, I want you to begin to feel your body as it begins to feel that pneumonia getting stronger and stronger. Notice what your lungs feel. What do your lungs feel?
Heavy.
Heavy, yes. And when your lungs feel so heavy, what does your heart feel?
Racing.
Racing. And as your lungs feel heavier and your heart is racing, notice what's happening to the rest of your body. Your muscles, your other organs. What's happening to them, David?
They're contracting.
Yes. And at what point do you feel your soul leave that body? What happens?
I'm just in bed.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Tired.
Tired, yes. So notice, David, if you've seen a light come for you.
I see it, but I don't want to go.
Mm-hmm. Tell me why it is you don't want to go.
I don't want to leave.
Mm-hmm. If you leave, what would happen?
I leave my family.
Mm-hmm. David, do you realize that when you die, you never leave your family? Did you know that?
No.
No. But instead, you found Suzanne. Is she your family?
Yes.
Yes. How do you know her?
She's motherly.
Mm-hmm. She's motherly. And did she invite you to come with her?
No.
No. So why are you with her?
I like her.
You like her. What is it that you like about her?
She's nurturing.
She's nurturing. Very good. But you see, David, she's not your mom. And she's feeling that heaviness in her back. Everything that you were feeling when you were dying in that bed. Do you think that's fair to do something to someone who is so loving and nurturing?
I don't think she minds.
Oh. Well, we'll find out. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. Suzanne, answer David. Switch. 1, 2, and 3. Talk to David. Tell him how you feel with him on your back.
David, you're very heavy. You don't belong here. You have to go.
Mm-hmm. Switch. David, did you hear what Suzanne said?
Yes.
I know you're afraid. I know you're afraid of leaving. But would you be willing to go with me? I'll take you to that light so you won't be afraid. Would you be willing to do that?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But first, David, you have to find within your heart that little light that glows. This is the light that created you. And tell me when you find that light.
I see it.
Mm-hmm. Now I want you to use your mind and make it really big. Imagine yourself expanding that light within your heart. What does it feel like, David, when you do that?
Feels nice.
Mm-hmm. So make it even bigger. Mm-hmm. And tell me when it's really big.
It's bigger than me.
Very good. So now that it's bigger than you, I'm going to go ahead and take you to the edge of that light, and you'll be able to see what's there, who's there to greet you. Go ahead. Peek in. Who's there?
My mom and dad.
Your mom and dad. And you thought they weren't with you. What do they tell you, David?
They're extending their hands out.
Yes. But before you grab their hand, you need to retrieve all of your energy from Suzanne. I want you to pull out all of that heaviness from her back. Pull it all out. That doesn't belong there. And I want you to go ahead and send some of that light into her back. And tell me when you've taken all of your light.
Okay.
Very good. What do you say to Suzanne now? Look at all of the trouble you've caused her, making her feel so heavy in her back.
I'm sorry.
Suzanne, can you forgive David for not knowing?
I forgive you.
So I want you to go ahead and just take all of that energy out that's left. Anything that's left, take out. And David, I want you to go ahead and grab your parents' hands. Run to them, embrace them, feel their love. What do they say to you when they see you?
They love me.
They love you. Very good, very good. So go into that light now, David, and may the light of the universe always accompany you. Go with your parents. And with that now, Suzanne, I want you to close that portal down. And I want you to find a color that represents healing to put into that back. What would you like to put into that back?
White light.
Beautiful. So I'm going to sound a tuning fork. And when I do, I want you to bring in that white light into your back. Go ahead and bring that light in. Fill it up. Fill it all the way. Just breathe in that light. Fill your lungs with white light and extend it back into that back of your body. Shining. That's it. And as you bring in that white light, I want you to continue scanning your body and notice if there's anything out of sort. How does that body feel now?
Feels good.
Feels good. Very good. Very good. So now that that body feels good, I want you to focus on your right shoulder. And I want you to imagine that you're looking at your right shoulder as you begin to zoom in. Zooming in through the skin. Zooming in through all of the energetic bodies. Seeing that right shoulder. What do you notice is in that right shoulder? Is there anything there?
Yes.
Describe it for me.
It's a rectangle.
Yes, continue. What is it?
It's to monitor me.
To monitor you. And how do you feel about having this monitor in your shoulder?
I don't want it.
So I want you to find out who it is that placed that rectangular thing in your shoulder. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you will be right before that's done. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you?
I'm in the same place.
Yes. Who's with you now?
The beings.
What did they tell you?
They say it's for my good.
So I want you to feel your gut. Your gut gives you the truth. What do you feel? Is this for your good?
I don't want it.
So I want you to find the one that is placing it inside of you. And I want you to tell this being that you do not consent. What does he say? What do they say to you?
He said he'll remove it.
So I want you to make sure that this is removed. I want you to demand that they remove it. Whoever puts it in there must remove it.
He suctioned it out.
And I want you to go ahead and have them prove to you that they've taken it out.
I see it on a tray.
Yes.
It's away from me.
Very good. Very good. So I want you to go ahead and tell them what comes from your mind and your heart about what they do with your body from now on. You want to tell them that you do not consent to monitoring you, to implanting you. Go ahead and talk to them. Don't be soft about it. Tell them.
Canceled any agreement.
Very good. Yes, and you could say, from the power of my own free will, I cancel all agreements and I do not consent for any experimentation on me or any of my loved ones.
It's done.
Very good. Very good. So now that that rectangular thing is out of your shoulder, I want you to pick something that represents healing. You could put something in there to begin to heal that space. What would you like to put in there?
Green light.
Beautiful. So I'm going to strike a tuning fork and I want you to go ahead and bring in that green light. Fill that space up. Almost like a soothing green aloe. As you begin to fill it, and it begins to spread, feeling that nice, soothing, comfortable, light feeling. Almost like a cool, refreshing green light. That's it. Very good. And as that green light begins to flow through your body, it begins to look for any other things that seem out of sort. I want you to follow it all the way through your body and notice what else needs to be healed. Where is that green light flowing to?
My heart.
What's happening with your heart?
Her webs. The needle were empty.
Very good. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. And you're going to just find the origin of when all of these webs began. 1. Feel the light illuminating it, going back to the source. 2. And 3. What has happened with your heart? Where does this all begin?
During my pregnancy,
Mm-hmm.
I cried a lot.
Yes.
My heart ached a lot.
Mm-hmm. Continue. Follow it back. Where is the origin of these tears? What's happening?
Feeling like a victim.
Mm-hmm. Yes, what's happening there?
It's generational.
Mm-hmm. Yes, continue. Who are you feeling? Whose tears are you feeling?
My grandmother's.
Mm-hmm.
And their mothers.
Mm-hmm. So as you extend back into your generations, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, I want you to find the origin of where this began. And you will be that ancestor. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening? Where are you?
My grandmother.
Mm-hmm. What? Yes.
She lived in a remote area.
Mm-hmm. Yes, continue.
She's just always abused.
Mm-hmm. Is this Lupe?
Maria.
Maria. Very good. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you give Maria your voice. 1, 2, and 3. Maria, what's happening to you? Who's hurting you?
My brother's wives.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
My mother's sick, so they have to care for me.
Yes.
They're just mean.
Mm-hmm. What do they do to you, Maria?
They pinch me and they punish me.
Mm-hmm.
I do all their work.
Yes. Yes.
I just care for my mother. But I need to care of them too.
Mm-hmm. And who's the one that pinches you the most? Who's the one that is the ringleader? Who's making them abuse you? Is it a male or female?
Female.
Female. So I want you to tell her exactly how you feel about how they're abusing you. I want you to use your voice, Maria, and I'll be right here with you. Go ahead and tell them exactly how you feel.
I don't understand why you don't like me.
Mm-hmm.
I just want your love.
Yeah, switch. Why don't you like Maria?
She gets all the attention.
Mm-hmm. So you're just being jealous of all her attention? So what do you do to take the attention away from her?
I make her work.
Mm-hmm. What do you make her do?
Clean.
Mm-hmm.
Wash dishes.
Yes.
Clean the floors.
Yes. And when you make her clean and wash floors, what does that do for you?
It makes me feel in control.
Mm-hmm. So you're actually a bully. You're feeding off of her energy. Do you realize that?
I just feel power.
Yes, well, that power is the same power that a parasite feels when it begins to suck the life out of the victim in which it's living off of. And that's what it seems to me that you're doing from this beautiful human being. You're using her because you can't get the attention yourself, so you have to take it from her.
Yes.
Do you think that's right?
No.
No. So notice, by you being this bully and being a parasite, how that has affected your family lineage. Look at those that have been born after you. How have they treated you?
I see.
Mm-hmm. Do you realize that what you have done to her, they have done to you? Yes. So talk to Maria. What do you want to tell her?
I'm sorry, Maria.
Mm-hmm. Maria, what do you say back to her? Can you forgive this woman for not knowing how to be anything but a parasite?
I forgive you.
Mm-hmm. So, you may forgive her, but she's taken your energy. Just like a parasite sucks on blood, like a tick would suck on your blood. This is what she's done from you. She's taken your life force, she's taken your energy. So I want you to talk to this woman and demand that she give you back all of that energy that she took from you by making you suffer, for making you a victim. Go ahead and demand that she give you that energy back.
I demand to have my energy back.
Open your arms and receive that now, Maria. Take back that energy. Everything that she took from you. Breathe it in. Take it into your cells now. That's it. And begin to feel, once again, that pride in yourself. Feel your courage. Feel your self-worth. This is everything she stole from you. All your love. Very good. And now that you have all of that, notice what's happened to your heart, Maria.
It's overflowing.
Mm-hmm. So begin to expand that heart now. I want you to expand it and notice what happens to all of the women in your generation once you begin to send out that love. Send it out to all of your children. Send it out to all of your grandchildren. Send it out to all of your grandchildren. Send it out to any great-grandchildren.
There's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Amplify that light as it continues down the line. And now that you're filled with that love, it's extended backwards into your mother, out into your grandmothers, out into your great-great-grandmothers. Keep following the line. Allow this spider web of love to continue infinitely, clearing out all of the darkness that was filled with hate, with jealousy, with envy. Fill that whole lineage with love.
Thank you.
Very good. And now, Suzanne, disconnect from Maria. Very good. And notice what your heart feels like now.
Feels full.
And allow those tears now to be the tears that heal your heart. That's it.
Thank you.
And now that your heart is full of all of the love from your ancestors, I want you to go ahead and scan your body and notice what else is out of sort. What else seems not quite right? What do you notice? Yes, feel it.
I feel okay.
All right. So let me guide you this time. When we first started this session, they were taking eggs from you. I want you to go into that uterus now and notice what's happened there.
Sealed.
Notice what's keeping it sealed.
Light.
What kind of light is sealing it?
Like a white light.
Where is that white light coming from? Follow the origin of it. Where's the end of that light that's coming in there?
Source.
Why has Source sealed your uterus?
So it's not misused.
And notice at what time you made the decision to request that light to seal it. How old are you? What caused you to seal that uterus?
Miscarriage.
Miscarriage, yes. So I want you to just think about what it is that you said to yourself in order to create this sealing of the uterus.
I did not want to experience loss again.
Yes.
And I asked Source. I thanked him for my children.
Yes. So what happens when you are so literal and ask Source that you don't want to experience loss again?
He answers.
So how has that affected your uterus? All of your female organs.
It's not flowing.
Yes. And when it doesn't flow, what happens?
My body's not in full capacity.
Yes. So you could see how powerful you are. That by having one decision and requesting that you not use this part of your body anymore, to not experience loss. Look at the other types of loss that you experience.
Yes.
Because you've lost other things.
Yes.
So I want you to focus on what it is that you actually need to decide now. Because every decision goes into a different direction. What would you like to experience now with your reproductive organs?
They do not need to be sealed.
So instead of using do not, let's make a new declaration. You're going to open yourself up for what?
To flow.
Open up to flow. And notice all of the things that you are opening up to once you flow. I want you to begin to feel the flow of the life force as it begins to flow towards those beautiful organs in your body. The organs that are so intelligent that they can create a human life. And as you begin to feel the flow, I'm going to strike a tuning fork for the blood and allow the blood to begin to flow into that space. And as the blood begins to flow into that space, you begin to feel the warmth of all of the organs. You begin to feel the body waking up to what it hasn't felt in a very long time. You begin to remember what it feels like to be a woman, to be in touch with your body. And you feel the energy center begin to open once again. And tell me what is happening as it begins to feel the vibration of the sacral chakra opening.
I feel so much vibration.
Yes. Notice that chakra and begin to open it up, and as you expand it, it balances out. It begins to take on a natural rhythm. You begin to feel the energy.
Yes.
And now that the area is flow and moving, what is the new decision?
I am open to flow.
Beautiful.
With my entire body.
Very good.
All of my cells.
Very good. And now that you are flowing, I want you to see the numbers that I'm going to say. 1, 4, 4. 4, 4, 1, 1, 4, 1. What are all of those numbers? How do they resonate with you? What do they represent?
Activation.
Notice what type of activation those numbers are activating.
Activates my heart center. to radiate.
Yes.
Activate an area.
Mm-hmm. So when Suzanne is going anywhere and sees those combinations of numbers, 144, 441, what is the message?
I'm activating that grid.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm healing that area.
Mm-hmm. So what happens as Suzanne goes around the country? Is she doing something in that part of the country?
I'm activating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaving my resonance.
Mm-hmm. And what is important about this resonance that you leave?
Others will come in contact with it.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be activated.
Very good. So where does Montana come into the picture? Is there something there that needs to be done?
She's been there before.
Yes.
She'll be moving there.
Mm-hmm. Who is guiding her to Montana?
Her higher self.
Mm-hmm. Is there something that needs to be done in Montana when she gets there?
She will have a place for others to go.
Mm-hmm. So is her work changing?
She will continue her healing.
Mm-hmm.
So she will buy land
Mm-hmm.
and cultivate it.
Very good. Very good. Now I'd like to explore about the astral travel. Where is this astral body going in which so much activity is experienced?
She goes to work in other realms.
Mm-hmm. What kind of work does she do?
She goes to the ship to
Mm-hmm.
integrate, to bring information.
To bring information, yes. Recently she visited a triage place where there were many bodies in the water, and she saw fleets coming. What is this? Is this on planet Earth or somewhere else?
Somewhere else.
Somewhere else. So she's not only working on Earth, but she's working on other planets?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So what does she need to know about her astral travel? Is there anything that she needs to protect herself or know in advance before she goes to work?
She needs to set her intention every night.
Okay. Give me an example of setting an intention.
Let it be known that nothing is allowed to enter her space, body, or mind
Mm-hmm.
unless it's of the highest vibration for her highest good
Very good.
and with her knowledge.
Very good. And when she doesn't set her intention, what happens?
She goes outside without a coat.
Okay. So it could be pretty chilly in some of those places.
Mm-hmm.
She recently stumbled upon a different realm in which she was very fearful. What do you tell her about traveling to these places without a coat?
Have Archangel Michael with you always.
Mm-hmm.
And know that you are of the light. Fear is an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Your light is bigger than anything. Radiate your love to everything. and they will flee away. Or you can help them.
Is she helping these souls in this dimension too?
Yes.
So what can she do about all of these lost souls that seem to attach to her? What can she do so that they don't stay too long?
Shower with light.
Shower them with light?
And instruct them to leave. Guide them. We call Archangel Metatron or Archangel Michael. They're always with her. But they can't help unless she asks.
So she has to be the one that sets the command.
Yes.
So what kind of connection does she have with Archangel Michael?
He's her birth angel. He's always been with her.
Very good. Very good. Tell me a little bit about what's going on with her face, the pigmentation there. What is that?
It had to do with the uterus. It'll be okay now.
Okay, very good. Very good. Is there anything else that we have not addressed that you would like to address or remind Suzanne of at this time?
Spend more time meditating and connecting. Practice automatic writing.
Automatic writing, yes.
She's done it before.
Very good.
We send her messages so she doesn't listen.
Who are the ones that are sending her messages?
Her guides.
How many guides does she work with right now?
They come and go, but 4.
4 of them at this time. Very good. Do they have any information for her or would like to say anything to her at this time?
We see that you have awareness. You know that we are listening and you talk to us. Continue that.
Very good. Is there anything else, or do you feel that we are complete?
Thoughts are so powerful. They send out consciousness. It creates consciousness. You can reverse the thoughts with positive things. Don't leave negative thoughts out without diffusing them. Intentions are very powerful.
Very good. Is that all? Or
Yes.
we are complete. Very good. Thank you. 4 and 5. Wide awake. Completely alert. Feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back.
Tingling.
Tingling. Well, I would think you were able to do it. What'd you think? How did it feel to you?
I wasn't expecting it to be so emotional.
Yes.
It was really beautiful to see the healing from my grandmother and her lineage and our lineage, and
Yep.
so massive.
It is massive.
Wow.
Somebody's got to do it.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
And all the other stuff.
What about your sacral chakra?
Oh my gosh, that it like explained what's going on with my face and my hair, and words are very powerful.
When you make a decision and you state something, that's not, the universe doesn't play with you. It tells you, it does whatever you tell it to do. And sometimes you wonder, why are things happening to me? Well, hey, you want to shut this down?
Yeah, shut.
Yeah. So that explains a lot of things too.
It does.
Wow. How do you feel physically?
I feel so relaxed.
Good.
I feel good.
Do you think it was a long session or short? How did it feel to you?
It seemed really short.
Like how long? Just a guess.
It seemed like 30 minutes.
A lot longer.
A lot longer. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
You did great. So is this something that you want to share or you want to keep it private? I don't think there was anything in there that was personal.
Yeah, if it could help anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of questions, so I can't wait to watch it. And
Yeah. And you know that since you've been to these places before now, you can go back. It's almost like you already have their address. You've already been to their house. So you can go back to that spaceship, ask more questions, get more information. And since you're so, you astral travel so easily, you can actually now set your intention to go see where it was where you saw those bodies.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're interested, you could go back and you could see what happened after.
Yeah, what happens during this process?
Correct.
Because I was shown, but I didn't know what happened afterwards. Everybody got on the cart, but I don't know where we were taken.
Yeah, yeah. And this commander on the ship, interesting, huh?
That's interesting.
I mean, I basically scratched the surface with that because it's like you are an avatar of this commander, but there are many more of you too. You're just one. Did you get it like that? Did you feel
Yes.
that there were many more?
Yes, my unanswered questions relate to them dealing with probabilities
Yes.
and preparing for the worst, but knowing where it's headed, a good place.
Yep. So what did you envision when you saw this new Earth that was being prepared?
Green, like the Avatar
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Green, magical, happy, land, greenery, people working the lands,
Yeah.
all meadows. I didn't see any buildings.
Okay. Well, wow, that was an amazing session.
It was.
Yeah. So it was really interesting because you came here basically telling me about your astral travels. That was the main thing. So we didn't do too much astral traveling, but you went right to that ship.
Right.
Yeah. How did that feel?
Well, it's hard to describe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't describe it. I can't describe
Wow.
it. It was just there.
So, you know, this is a type of session where we really did explore what was going on. It seemed like you were the avatar, almost like an avatar of this commander. One of them.
Yes.
And you were doing kind of like a job here to just experience. Does that make sense?
That was wild. That was pretty cool.
Wow. How do you feel? Because you had never been hypnotized before. How did this feel to you?
It felt like I was in dream state.
Yeah.
But very vivid.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was coming naturally to you.
Yes.
Yeah. So did you think you were sleeping, or did it feel like you were just in a different state?
In between.
In between.
Part of me felt like sleeping because of the visuals that I was seeing.
Yeah.
But very deep because I was hearing myself speak.
Yes.
So
What was the most surprising thing of the whole session for you?
the most surprising was my grandmother's lineage.
Ah, there you go.
Yes, it was just seeing the energy clearing through all her generations and then up her lineage and seeing everything lit up, and that was really beautiful. And
yeah. You know, one of the things that I feel is so important is to really recognize who your ancestors are, because we are carrying all of their load. and something that could happen to an ancestor that you don't even know about, that you've never met, you're carrying their pain, and you're carrying what happened to them. It's in your DNA. And when we do a session like this, it's beautiful to be able to just acknowledge what they went through.
Yes.
And just, it's almost like you're doing a forgiveness.
And you actually feel the healing.
Yes.
That takes place.
So it'll be very interesting to see what happens, especially the females in your lineage.
Yes.
To see what kind of changes they feel.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
they've been carrying some stuff too.
Very interesting,
right?
Very.
Yeah. So tell everybody where you're from, who you are, and what you do.
I'm Suzanne, and I am from Southern California, and I do Reiki. I'm a Reiki master healing, and I do it for family and friends. And I'll provide Alba with my information if anyone wants any energy healing.
So right now you're in California, and we talked about Montana, about maybe in the future moving there. So if anybody is in Montana and want to give her some pointers, you can find her. We'll put the information down where they can contact you. And right now we are at my home in Micanopy, Florida, and Suzanne has spent the night. She's going to spend another night over here. So tell everybody what it felt like first of all to be here and to be in the cabin.
The cabin is a little cocoon. You feel like you're in a little, it's a good size, but like a little dollhouse, because it's your own little private space.
Yes.
And then you're surrounded by this oasis and these trees that I feel like all of my ancestors are here.
Yep.
I feel very connected. It's beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. And this back here is what my backyard looks like.
Yes.
So when you're in the cabin, this is what you get to see and walk around and just get the feeling of these beautiful trees around you. So if you get a session with me and it's in person, please take the opportunity to stay here the night and have this beautiful communication with the trees. I know you were out there talking with the trees.
I was connecting with the trees, and I actually took a shower outside.
So I have an outdoor shower, so you get to open the door and you're basically exposed with the trees.
Yeah, it was very connected. It was beautiful.
Yeah. So thank you for watching this. If you want a session with me, just go to my website, albaweinman.com. Sign up for the newsletter. It comes out every month for the following month's appointments, and they go very fast. So you have to be, it's divine timing. You have to be in the right time to get it, and I really welcome you to my home. And I do have some online sessions, not as many anymore, but yeah, if you're anywhere in the world, you can also have a session with me. So thank you for watching. Until the next time, much love to you. Bye. Thank you so much.